Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Congratulations to Sai for getting your first. I'm so excited. I love that. And thank you for the med check. I'm still waiting a little bit before I take my Pepcid, but I've taken everything else. So we're on that. I did hydrate, but I'll hydrate again. You get a free one. Welcome in to Jaylee, and Ghost, and Ada, and Gala. I'm so happy that I can keep you company while you're baking. We'll both be crafting today together, because I think that, you know, baking, like, honestly, like, creating anything is, like, art to me, so. Hello, Malachi. I also see that you got Smutty, which I think is so funny, honestly. I think it's hilarious. But welcome in, everyone. How are we today? My schedule has just been... I'm honestly so tired, guys. And I know that that's normal because I'm PMSing. So, like, that is normal. And honestly, I'm in a much better mood than I usually am when I'm PMSing. And if it feels like I was just PMSing, yeah, it feels like that to me too. It feels like that to me too. So I'm losing my mind. But I will say that this is working, because last night I could, like, feel like, oh, all my meds have worn off and I need to go to bed. After, like, while I was dropping my brother off at his house, I, like, almost started to cry, and I was like, yeah, it's time for me to call it a day. I was just thinking about the fact that he's gonna have a birthday soon, and it's gonna be his first birthday since my mom died, and that just, like, made me sad. And he's not even the first one to have a birthday since my mom died. He's, like, the 5th one. Like, my sister had a birthday, my mom's husband had a birthday, my grandma had a birthday, but all of a sudden I was, like, really emotional about it. So I'm thinking that is possibly related to my state. Although, if you're into astrology, right, which I don't know if you are, I know I've got a lot of boys in the chat who are maybe not into it, but I am, and I don't care. And apparently, the, like, Uranus was in Taurus for, like, the last 7 years, and it just left, and apparently it's been really, really fucked up for Leos in their career specifically. And I was like, and for Aquariuses and their living situation, which is really weird, because also my bad ex, who had to move out, and my grandma are both Aquariuses, and they've both moved multiple times in the last 7 years. So, like, that was weird too, that I was like, huh, okay. And so, but basically the idea is that it's not in Taurus anymore. So we're just chilling. It's supposed to get better. So I'm putting all my money on it getting better. Follow me on my socials, because I'm going to be posting a lot more. I told my brother that I was like, honestly, it feels like it's gonna be, it would be easier for me to become an influencer than it would be for me to keep being a graphic designer. And then he tried to make a joke, and then he's like, you know what, actually, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone because, or he did make a joke, but, and it was just, like, about how the world is awful, and I was like, that sucks. I don't know, it was really funny, and I did tell him I hated him, so it had to be mean. But I don't remember what it was. Maybe I blocked it out. By the way, I don't hate my brother. I hate him in the way that you tell your sibling, like, oh my god, I hate you. But you don't actually hate them, you love them. Jaylee will know what I mean. There has to be a time, even recently, that you said to Marley, oh my god, I hate you. Like, come on. Let's be so for real. we're gonna get right into it because why not? I honestly want to get out my hot glue gun because I really want to glue these shoes. I've been waiting to do this all week. She said she hated me last night. See, exactly. Probably because you said something really mean. And that's just the way the world works. Hey, Akka. Hello. How are you? We were just talking about how siblings will sometimes tell each other that they hate each other even though we don't. Because basically my brother said something really mean to me. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah. But he laughed. Like, it was a joke. But then I was just like, I hate you. And then he laughed some more because he knew that I didn't really hate him and that he was being mean to me. So, my siblings and I'm very fortunate that my siblings and I are very close. Like, I would consider both of my siblings some of my closest friends. They don't necessarily, I think my sister agrees. My brother is always like, we're siblings, we're not friends, they're different. And I'm like, if that's how you want to feel, that's you're so valid. I go off, queen, right? But I think that you're my friend. And we hang out like every week. Like, we literally hang out once a week for like 4 hours. I hang out with him, honestly, in person more than I hang out with anybody else. If that's not my friend, like, what does that even mean? My brother and I say all the time that we hate each other and want to beat the shit out of each other. But in the same breath, we would kill for each other. Exactly. Oh my God, if somebody ever tried to threaten my siblings, like, hell hath no fury. I would go like full Liam Neeson. And I know that you might look at me and be like, that girl isn't gonna do shit, but threaten my siblings and just... I got bullied relentlessly in school. But then the second that the bully would try to like target my sibling, I would stand up on the bus and be like, you better watch yourself. You don't get to say that to them. But then I would get bullied and I would just be like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, exactly. So we have these and we have this, and we should probably get Sunny over here. I need to get her like some kind of thing to sit in because it's gonna be difficult to have her over here now that she's like a whole body. Maybe I could move this stuff and she could sit over here. Because I have like this whole stack of shit over here that you guys kind of can't see. Because I have this blocking it and this blocking it. But it's a giant stack of things. I'll put it over here, which I will knock over later on today, I'm sure of it. And when I do, I'll give somebody a sub or something. Remind me that I said that because I will forget. Okay, I need to get these things out of the way for now because they're just gonna get themselves all gunked up. I'm so glad that I got to raid you. I never get to raid you, so I was like so excited. I love when I get to raid somebody that I don't usually get to. Like earlier in the week, I raided Marley, which I don't even think I think like literally the only time I've ever raided Marley before this week was 2 years ago. And that's how we met, was I raided her. And I don't think I've been able to raid her since then. This is Sunny. Just say the words and I'll type them up. Do you want me to remind you? Oh, it's okay. I mean, if I do knock that over, I'm sure I'm gonna remember. Because I'm gonna be like, God damn it. I have to clean it all up. This is Sunny. She's my sweet baby angel. this is what her back looks like right now, for full transparency. I'm gonna tuck this in here, I think, because it doesn't really need to be exposed, but it's basically so that if I decided I don't like how it's cinched, I can undo it. Because this is basically just like a basting stitch, because her insides are actually like way too big for her body. So I had to like fold them up. That's a big butthole, yeah. Oh my gosh, where do Malachi sent it to me. It was like a picture of Kermit the Frog, but it was like a image that was drawn by somebody. And oh god. So glad you guys can't see my screen. Woo! Oh, here it is. Oh my god. I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that's gonna be funny. Okay, so we have odds and ends. Oh, right now it's a Cabbage Patch doll. But this is the thing I wanted to show you, which is, oh, it's flipped. Why is it flipped like that? Where's transform, flip, horizontal? There we go. They want to Kermit me, and at first you see like the major ones, right? But then if you look harder, you see like this is like a respirator. This one is like wearing a thong, and then this one, he's like gaping. And Malachi didn't see this one for a while. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love these, like, the sad one is so cute. This one, I know. I can jump to this message because he says, like, it's a specific artist. So I want to be able to support the artist by showing you their page. So if you want to go find their sad Kermit gaping, literally. Also, just for the fun of it, my friends and I, we play Gartic Phone like once a month as a group, and it's always fucking cursed. And most of the time my friends will draw just like horrible, like the horrors. Like if you've ever like played Gartic Phone with your friends, you know that there's always somebody. These are all memes that are pictures of physical Kermit puppets. Yes. But so like there's always somebody that draws a penis, there's always somebody that draws tits, like it's always really freaking cursed, right? But then we drew like the best thing I think I've ever drawn with my friends, and ironically it's also frog themed, and I want to show it to you. Look at how cunty this bitch is. Look at this. It's like Disco Frog, and I love it. I did the shoes. So this is the Exquisite Corpse version of Gartic Phone, where somebody draws a head and then somebody else draws the body and then somebody else draws the feet. I drew the feet of this one, so I drew these like shoes. But I just think it turned out so good. As soon as I saw the frog and then I saw this part, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be the most amazing thing. And I told my friend, I was like, you literally... Was the head first or the feet? Okay, so basically what happens is somebody draws the head. We all draw a head. So say you're with like 3 people, like it's you and 2 other people. So everybody draws a head, and then everybody only sees about like this like bottom line You guys can't see where my mouse is. It's like right the neckline. They can see that. And then, so they get the colors that you used and that line. So they don't know it was a frog. They just know it was green and like had different shades of green. So then somebody else draws this body. And so then I get it and I had the feet and I see, okay, they used a couple shades of green and I know it has to be like the feet. And I want to try it. It's the Exquisite Corpse game mode of Gartic Phone. And honestly, I think it's the best game mode of Gartic Phone if you're playing with like a small group of friends. Or even a big group of friends, that works too. But honestly, I feel like you get the best creations. Hopefully your friends aren't making something literally the most like disturbing penis you've ever seen in your life, because that's what my friends do. And I'm like, guys, I drew a cutesy little face, and like I'll show you the head that I drew in this same round. This round was honestly one of the best ones we've ever done, where everybody was decently well behaved. And I'm fine with chaos, but usually it's like, guys, like look at the head that I drew. I drew this cutesy little lion head, and then I'm like, somebody's gonna draw it with like a giant penis and giant tits, and it's gonna make this, it's gonna create a monstrosity out of my cute little lion head. And thankfully it didn't turn that way. I think of this as like a tree spirit, like a nature spirit in like the savannah, you know what I mean? Like that's the vibe that I get from this, which is great. It's cutesy, it's like creative. We all like took part in creating it, and no one drew a penis. And I'm not even against people drawing penises, but when every single creation is a penis, I can't show you guys our creations on stream. There are ones that I honestly thought were funny that I can't even show you because they're just tits and penis. Clearly I'm upset about this. I love this. I love even more that Sunny is just have her butthole out. What are you? Yeah. 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 It be like that. Okay, let me hide this. Thankfully, if somebody wasn't like watching, they wouldn't necessarily know that was her butthole. But I think she's gonna look so much cuter when she has clothes on, but right now she doesn't have clothes on. And she looks kind of cursed, you know, like this. And also people are like, why are her hands so big? And I'm like, you realize that I have to fit my hand in here, right? Whose kid is that? This is my kid. Her name's Sunny. So I have to fit my hand in here, and I don't have puppet-sized hands. I have human-sized hands. It's bad enough I gave her only 3 fingers. So I had to make it so that I could fit my fingers in there. And like I said, once she has clothes, it won't be so obvious how giant her hands are because she'll have long sleeves. So you won't be able to see that my hand needs to fit in here. Huh. So yeah, so this is my girly pop. And I stuffed this hand because if a live hand puppet like this would typically be puppeted by 2 people. So one person would have one hand and the mouth, and somebody else would have the other hand. Or like the Swedish Chef, that one is actually puppeted differently where both hands are one person and the mouth is a different person. So that's really funny. Her arms look like Hellboy ones. Oh, because it's like little arms with like giant hands. That's valid. So we're making her shoes, and so I needed to bring her over here to help make her shoes. But she looks kind of funny, like naked like this, right? Like she looks silly, but she's not gonna look silly for long. We're gonna get her some clothes and she's gonna look more proportionate. I love her. she's also gonna look less scary, I think. I think she's gonna look more properly puppety once she has clothes on. Okay. You can sit here, my dear. Oh, why is that still up? Okay, there she is. I wonder if I can just like... I want you guys to be able to see her, but I have this bandana wrapped around here that... I could just take this bandana off so you could see her better, but... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, can you guys still hear me pretty good? I know my mic is like up really high. I've actually, maybe I should switch my mic around so it's upside down. Wait, where you have the cup of pens? That's true. Let me move all my clown noses. You know, sometimes I think about straddle the keyboard. Yeah. And then I can have this down a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. I love having a second camera. If you guys do crafts at all on your streams, I highly recommend having a second camera. It honestly makes my life so much easier. Okay. Because I was just using my phone. I was just using my phone for my camera, my second camera for like the longest time. And that would mean that I couldn't use my phone while I was streaming at all, which was slightly problematic. And then also, in addition to that, I had to set it up every time. And not only did I have to set it up every time, but it was sort of like on the desk. Versus now that I have a second cam, this one is like behind my second monitor. So I have it I have it on like a very cheap tripod, and then I glued the cheap tripod to an old plate that I don't use anymore because it's like cracking. So like if I were to try to use it, it might break. So it was like kind of in my like emergency dishware part of the cabinet, which means it's underneath everything else. And so I hot glued the little tiny tripod to the plate, and then I have it back there so it's sort of weighted down. So now I can just swivel the camera however I want and it doesn't like fall over or anything. Like I could easily swivel this so that it's facing my my sewing machine, and then easily swivel it back so that it's facing Sunny. And it's so nice. And this camera, it was honestly just like a it was very inexpensive. I got it at Walmart for like $30. And honestly, once I got in there and like started messing with the settings, I really like it's not as good quality as like my camera is, but it's better quality than I was expecting for the price. Okay, so we have this shoe. And like I said, it has like a little heel on it so that it looks like the bottom of a shoe. You can see it a little bit better here when it's like up against my face because I'm so pale that you can kind of see the depth a little bit better. Hello Lilith, welcome in. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just putting glue on the bottom. I don't know why it's like turning white immediately. That's kind of weird, but and then I'm pressing it down and then I'm sort of like wiggling it around to help disperse the hot glue so that it's not like, you know, a wad of hot glue right where it was placed down, and it's more like a layer of hot glue that like holds the whole shoe together. And I'm doing that with both the heel and the I don't know, what would you call that? The sole? Are the heel and the sole different? I'm not a cobbler, so I guess I just don't know, but have any of you ever taken shoes to a cobbler, or do you know a cobbler? Because I feel like that would be something really interesting. I also did buy some more of my favorite colored felts because I can't resist. Another kit. So when we're done with Sunny, I have some diamond painting stuff to experiment with, which Aka actually inspired me. I got some supplies for a craft project that I'm doing for a friend of mine. And then I also got this. This was like part of the reason I went to the store, aside from the craft project I'm doing for a friend, which I haven't done yet, which I feel bad about, but I'm trying not to because they're very nice people and I think they're okay with me being a little late. But anyway, I got glossy Mod Podge, which I don't have. I have a matte one and I also have the 3-dimensional one, but I got the glossy one so that if I wanted to, I could possibly like do a layer on the foam to make her shoes glossy. I haven't decided if I want to do that yet, but yeah, she's gonna have little shoes. I'm so excited. Oh, I also wanted to see if I could find my magnets. I was thinking that after I was done with Sunny, I have this project that I've been wanting to work on for literally years that I literally just never do. And I was like, maybe this will be the time when I finally do it and I finally do this really weird side project. So basically I bought literally years ago, like I don't know if this is dated. It's not, but I think I literally got these like right after I moved in, so like 2022. They're tiny little frames. They're tiny little gold frames. And I have a whole box of them. And then not only do I have a little box of them, I also have slightly larger ones. A set of like 5 slightly larger ones. And basically what I wanted to do was take these and I was originally just going to like print out art from online and like put it in there. But now that I'm like a much more crafty person than I was back then, I'm thinking I should like actually make like little paintings to put in all of these. And basically the idea was that I was going to make them magnets so then that I would put them on my fridge and they would just like be like a gallery wall on my fridge. That was the idea. So I'm thinking that it's possible that after we're done with Sunny, this could be a project that we work on, if that sounds interesting to y'all. I don't think I'm gonna do all of them, but I think I could do a pretty good Like at least a set, because this one, they're like these two are the same. Like there are 4 of these, which are all different sizes or shapes, but they're all large. And then in this, there are like 4 also different, but like then there's multiples. So like I could do like a horizontal one in this little one and then a vertical one, but I wouldn't necessarily do like all 4 of them. But now that I'm opening this, I see that my magnets are not in here, so I don't know where they are. But I could probably find them. There are only so many places that I would have put like a thing of magnets. So they gotta be somewhere. Hello, welcome in. I heard that you told your sister that you hated her yesterday. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it while we're on stream today. So that's kind of a bummer, but we can do something else. No, I said she hates me. Oh. I got my color analysis done and I'm a cool summer. That makes sense to me. I think that makes sense to me. Yeah, it fit really well, yeah. Hi, Stu. Welcome in. That's projection. I love you guys. I don't know where, I don't even know. Now I'm like, did I even buy the magnets? Or was I like, oh, I'll buy the magnets once I do the art? Which would have been the smart thing to do, considering now it's been 4 years and still didn't do it. But now I'm like, I don't know. So I don't want to buy more and then find the magnets, you know? Really what I need to do is I need to like go through my whole room and reorganize it and like category, like inventory all of my stuff, basically. Oh wait. It's literally right here. So I have ADHD. And if something is in the same place for long enough, I forget it exists. This has probably been in that container for this whole time since I bought those magnets. Or the frames. But basically what this is a sheet of magnet. Although I don't even know if it's like still magnety. Do I have anything metal that I could magnet to this? Are these metal? No. Well, maybe, but no, they're not. Well, maybe, I don't know, but they're not magnety. What's something that's magnety? No. Or I guess like, yeah, it's a little bit magnety. It's just not very much magnety. old is this? 2015. Okay. It also, on the box, it shows this like little picture of this old camera with this little baby, and I'm like, oh, here's a bigger picture of it. And it's like, how old is that camera? I'm gonna try and cut some of it off and then try and see how we can potentially use it. But I do think it's funny that I was like, oh, I don't know where my magnet stuff is. Did I even buy it? And then I literally look to my left and it's literally right there. We don't use Stream Elements in here. We use just Seribot and Firebot, actually. That was crazy. That honestly was wild, honestly. Okay. I'm going to cut a little tiny piece off because I basically want to see if it will magnet to itself. It will. Okay, that's actually really awesome to know. It's very, very lightly magneting to itself. See, it does magnet, but like if there's... Okay, and then if I do this, will it magnet on this side? No, interesting. Huh. Marley bullies me and I welcome her like a gentleman. That's so true. This is me after I lost the magnet stuff and then found it anyway. Okay, so I think that... I need it to be like... No, but literally, Court, I literally like, I was just poking around my room trying to find this magnet tape that I could have sworn that I bought like 4 years ago when I bought these tiny little frames to make fridge magnets, basically like a fridge magnet gallery wall. And then I sit down and I'm talking about how I like couldn't find it. Did I even buy it? And then I looked to my left and it's literally right here. It's been here probably for the last 4 years and it was right here. So, oh, I got a text. Sure. Needed to make sure my grandma was okay. That actually gave me the best idea ever. Thank you. Of course. No, yeah. Always. This is a idea free market up over here. So if I ever say anything that inspires you, run with it. I still have some plastic cross-stitch sheets. You can, yeah. I love that idea. Okay. So, for this shoe, I don't even know how I'm gonna make this. I'm thinking I need to cut out similarly to how I did her foot. So we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do like that. So then at the back, it'll be like, oh, these are too tall, but sort of like this and then bend in. We need to make them like a lot more dramatic of an arch. I'm thinking even more. I have plenty of foam, so I could very easily like adjust if needed. Like make it another shoe, basically. Okay, so the idea would be that these are not the same. Okay, how do I... What's her first fit gonna be? It's gonna be like this stripy clown costume. So it's gonna be black and white striped. But the thing is that I have to make it so that it has a hole in the back where I can put my my hand, and then it also has a hole in the sleeve where I can put my other hand. So it's gonna be like a little bit interesting of like, well, actually these would go this way. So basically I would glue these together and then glue it onto the thing, and then we would cross it over. So basically I need to figure out how to make it like rounded. So I think what I need to do is like sort of like a curved cut and then another curved cut, maybe? I'm making this up. I probably could just look up how to make a shoe and it would probably tell me, but I like to do things difficultly. Thank you. Love you. Okay. What? Oh, okay. That was my grandma. She's she dropped off leftover Chinese food, I think. She's always dropping something off. Okay, I think that I need to cut down further. I think that's the problem. So I think this is how I want it to be, which you guys cannot barely see. Hmm. So basically, I'm taking this shoe and I'm attempting to attach it to here and then attach, like, it's so hard because this foam is like black, but honestly, I might just go for it and then like try to fix it if it's messed up. She's probably just gonna have the one for like a long time. I think that if I do end up making her more, it will be like in the distant future. I think it would probably be if I like gained some kind of other skill in relation to the craft of like making this stuff. Oh, I think part of my issue is that this is on low. I need it up higher. So then I would basically be putting it here and doing the same thing with the other one or the other side. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, and then I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm also like, maybe I'll end up like painting the shoes black to cover up the like hot glue marks, but I don't know yet. I do think it would be cool if they were like glossy. The fact that I have to do this a second time is just crazy. Why did I have to give her 2 feet? I could have just given her 1 foot, truthfully, because I can do whatever I want. That's the beauty of creating, is that you can kind of do whatever you want. Including give your puppet 1 foot. But I just had to go and give her 2 feet. Some kind of overachiever. Oh no. I did it wrong. Wait. Shit. These are giant. They don't need to be this big. That's okay. I probably should be focusing on anything else. I just got really excited about the shoe situation. I think I'm sort of avoiding making her outfit, if I'm going to be so real, which I feel like is kind of noticeable. But it's just like I feel like I'm nervous about it. Because it's kind of like the last thing that I need to do for her. And I just have such high hopes for it that I think that I'm just like nervous about doing it wrong. Second counts. I don't wanna talk to you anymore. All these little games, you can call me by the name I gave you. Day. Okay, so we have sort of a shoe happening, kind of, but I need to attach the other side of it. More time on the couch. See me, I'm waiting for the right time. Can't reach you, but it feels like pressure's on mine. Okay. Oh no, okay. Oh no! Oh my god, I put the shoe on wrong. I'm so upset. I have enough where I can redo it if I need to, but I don't want to. Oh no, that's so annoying. And then for a second I thought I didn't. And then I did. I'm so upset. Oh God. I touched the glue. I'm so mad at myself. I'm waiting for the right time. I just can't believe I just did that. Oh. I'm so mad at myself. Ugh. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for redeeming your tea. Ooh, slutty. Slay. Slay. Cleaning a needed body double? Well, you know, I'm happy to have you. I was actually kind of just thinking about, like, possibly making, like, videos for, like, streamers.
You stretch good!
Thank you, Teely. Where, like, I basically just, like, talk and, like, ask questions for, like, a whole, like, hour or something, so that people who have, like, quiet chats can, like, listen to it while they're streaming and, like, have somebody to talk back with. And I was wondering if that sounds like a good idea or an insane idea. Okay, so what I'm finding out is that this shoe is too big on both sides. There's heaven in your eyes. I think it could be fun just to, like, you know, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people who are new to streaming, like, struggle with, is just like, what do I talk about when no one's talking? And, like, you know, having somebody there to, like, prompt you with, like, hey, like, what are you doing right now? Like, tell me about it. Where did you learn the thing that you're doing right now? Um, you know, when did you ever do this when you were a little kid? Do you have a story about that? You know, like, that sort of thing. Um, and I could make them for, like, different topics. Like, if somebody was, like, playing a game versus, like, doing a craft. This is so janky. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo this like a bunch of times, I think. And you might be like, why a bunch of times? Well, because I already redid it like twice. But again, this is the first time I'm ever doing this. And sometimes it takes trial and error before you figure out how you need to do it, you know? That's part of the beauty of crafting is like discovering um like how to problem solve it, you know, and how to get the result that you want. I kind of wish that I made like a third one so that could be like my test, but now I'm gonna have to make a third one because this is my test. I think you'd really like Rachel Renee on Instagram. I'll have to look her up. Or them up. I shouldn't assume. No, I found them. Um they seem cool. I like their style. Helping you make play a priority, which I think is creativity hype gal. Yeah, I feel like her and I would get along well. As far as like creativity goes. Not that she would talk to me because like she doesn't know me. But like if we were to talk, I think we'd be able to be like friends. Okay, can I fit her foot in this shoe? Is the primary question. Sort of. It does need to be taller, I think, actually, which I didn't think that it did, but I think that it does. But it does sort of fit. It's like you can see it's a little bit too small. But her toe doesn't, I mean, I'm doing the mom thing where you test for the toes. It doesn't go all the way to the end, but I think it's because it's too tight up here. So I need this part to be like a little bit taller. Marley knows exactly what I'm talking about. Where you're like, are your toes hitting the end? But yeah. Okay. So that's good to know. But this is basically the pattern. I basically just made a shoe. It looks rough because I had to redo it like twice. But this is a shoe. I could probably put like little ribbon on it or something. That could be cute. I know this girl in real life. I know her in real life who has 22,000 Instagram followers. She's like Insta famous in my world. And I know her in real life and she's actually really cool and nice. She's actually the best. I worked with her like in real life and we went out to eat and everything. I think that we're friends. I think that I thought that she was cooler than she thought I was, which is so fair. But I do still think she's cool. Okay, so I need to cut out new bits and bobs because this one's kind of ruined. But I'm kind of excited because it came out like it's a shoe. Like this is a shoe. That's kind of cool, right? Right? pretty excited about it. Okay, now I need to pull it apart, which is gonna make me really sad. So I'm gonna put it off to the side for a second. Maybe I'll take like a screenshot of it, like, so that I can show people, like, when they show up that, like, this is the vibe. And then let me open them both up. And then I'll take another screenshot. Also, the reason that I brought up my friend that I know that is Insta famous in my head is because I was on Insta to find the Rachel Renee person. And then when I went to the main page, she was right there. Okay, so let me go back to my activity page. Let me switch out this monstrosity for the shoe. And this way you can kind of see what I'm working on after I pull this apart. I'm so sad about pulling this apart, but I have to. I'm glad that I have a lot of extra foam though, because it would be really sad if I didn't and I had to like go get more foam. Okay, and then I need to pull this apart. Thankfully, it pulls apart pretty, like, decently easy. I could probably even keep the, like, back of it, like, connected. Oh, well, not on this piece. So. Who likes peeling hot glue? I do. I actually do. That wasn't just a joke. Okay, so if I take this and then I take, really a knife would be better, but since I don't have a knife, I guess I could use like, did anybody have weird dreams last night? I kind of had weird dreams. I know it's like a full moon, so I'm gonna just say that that's probably what it was that was giving me weird dreams. It was kind of weird. Oh my gosh, Marley, have you been seeing all of the like concert footage from the Hayley Williams concerts of like her singing and shit? Well, I mean, like obviously that's what she's doing, but like, ooh, actually I don't want it to be that. I want it to be like bigger. So maybe like down to there. That's probably good. I just know you're also a big Hayley fan, so. Also the tool that I'm using right now is actually my letter opener. It's not anything fancy. It's just a slightly dull type knife. I'm going to use scissors to cut it out for real, but this is basically how I'm tracing the pattern onto the foam. Oh, it actually did cut it a little bit. Oh god, it did. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. Damn. I guess my letter opener is more intense than I thought it was. Marley ignoring you, wow. I mean, I'm sure she's doing something. Hello then, Born. She's live? Oh, I didn't even know she was live right now. Probably because she was just here. And honestly, I have no sense of time. So, like... Well, right, yeah. But, like... Because she's not always live on the weekends, when she does go live, I'm like, wow, it's, like, so early. But it's really not early. It's just that I just wasn't expecting her to go live. Oh yeah, that's a much better depth. I don't know why I thought that it needed to be so short. Although, I do want to actually cut this opening to be bigger by like a good amount, actually. She should have run it by us first. I know. Like, goddamn. What was she thinking? Um... This starting soon is new. Right? Am I fucking crazy? Hello, Pixie. How are you today? We're currently making shoes like that, like these. But I had to like redo it a bunch of times in a bunch of different ways. Okay, and then this. Are you cool with me using sweet? Oh yeah. We actually have a command for that specifically. Which is I think it's sweet SSB active, yeah. So it just says that it's always active and you're always welcome to use it, even if I am not um doing co-working that day. I'll use this pencil because that wasn't. I'm hoping that by doing this way I won't have issues with this other pattern. Okay, there we go. And this way. Are you busy tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? I have so much work to do that, like, could I move things around? Yes, but do I really need to get some stuff done? Also, yes. So, depending on what it is, I might be able to help, but also depending on what it is, I might not. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's. Oh. Thank you. I think I'm gonna have to pass. As much as I want, as much as it's like a lovely concept, I don't think I'm gonna wake up early enough to do it. Uh, because for those that don't know, our town does like a cleanup day every year in the spring where like people go around with trash bags and they like clean up all the roads and stuff, and it's a very sweet and wholesome tradition. It's great. And then there's like a cookout after. And so like everybody brings all their stuff to like the dumpster and then everybody has like a cookout. It's very Hallmark movie. It's very Hallmark movie. Many people have told me that I live in a Hallmark movie. Everyone wants the free food, but they're willing to pick up trash for it, and I think that's beautiful. Um and so my friend Teely in the chat here has done it like every single year forever, and I have not. And it is a beautiful concept that I do very much admire, but it's also at like 7 or 8 in the morning and the cookout is at like 10 and I've been like getting out of bed at 10. Um oh, that's so lovely. I love that. I love community related events. Um but yeah, so while I think it's a wonderful concept, I think I'm gonna have to pass again. Again. But I do appreciate the invite. Oh, like what time it is? I mean, it's always been early in the morning. Always. Okay. Yep, it's 8:30 to 10. I knew it. It's always that it's always that time. That's why I never go because I'm not a morning person. Do you have to go for work? Oh. Not that they'll like make you, but I know that sometimes they'll be like, you should go. That would be cool if you did. If you did go. Oh, I don't know. Okay, got it, got it. For those that also don't know, Teely works for the town paper. And we live in a town where the paper is actually kind of a big deal. It's like our actual source of information. This shoe is very strange. Oh my god, it's huge. Does it really have to be this size? Oh, I think it does. Why does it have to be so big? That's crazy. Style it with cute pat. I might add like a little ribbon onto the like uh edge of it. I think that might work. Um if it's too small. I know it can't be too small, but I just hate that it's so big. I'm gonna try something, which I might regret, but I want to kind of like trim this off and then maybe like attach it a little bit like better or like more smoothly right here so that it's more rounded. And I think I might paint them and gloss them. I'm gonna have to do like a test, I think. But thankfully I have all this scrap to test on. So I think actually we might grab them and start the test a little bit because I will need the paint to dry so that I can test out the gloss as well. So let me put this shoe back together. And I honestly, like, I don't even care if there's like exposed glue on this test run because I actually want to see how it paints over the glue because there's very minimal glue on this shoe, but there's a lot of glue on this one, and I want to see how it actually like covers it up. Oh my gosh, there's so much on my fingernail. Ah. Oh, it's so squiggly. Why is it so squiggly? I'm making a hot glue mess. Do you guys have a favorite glue? I'm trying to think if I have a favorite glue. Maybe E6000. A crafting classic. I could probably even use E6000 instead of hot glue here, but I don't know if I want to be messing around with that. Okay. I don't even really need to attach it to anything. I just need it like this so that it's like 3-dimensional so I don't make a bigger mess. I can't believe she's like a whole... I keep wanting to call her a person. She's a whole person. She's not. She's a puppet, but you know what I mean. Okay. 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 So we're going to test out what painting these shoes would look like if I did that. Already, I'm going to say this is going to... I think this will be the play. I think this is a good idea. I think that painting her shoes black makes the most sense. They look already better. Okay. So we have this shoe versus this shoe. And I think that this one looks so much better. Even though this one's more messed up, I think it does look better. I'm just going to let it dry and see if it flakes off. And then if it doesn't flake off, I'm going to try and put some of this glossy Mod Podge on it and see if we can get it to have like a really good glossy finish. So that is the idea. So I need to let this paint dry. And while that's happening, I'm going to glue this shoe onto this sole. Oh god, I almost did it backwards again. I would have crashed out. Like you would be hearing me cry, I think. This song is so classically like hipster high school era Bryn. It's like crazy. This is so classic Bryn song. This is such an interesting process. I wonder if this is gonna dry kind of shiny, because if it dries shiny, I don't even need to put the... Oh, it's not drying shiny. It's just taking a while to dry. Okay, that's valid. Has anybody seen the movie Pagemaster? I love that movie. Honestly, Teely, if you haven't seen the movie Pagemaster, I think that you would really like it. It's a kids movie, but like, I don't know, I just feel like it would be right up your alley. The illustrated movie, yes. It's partially live action and then partially animated, so it's sort of similar to like Wizard of Oz, where like the beginning is in black and white and the end is in black and white, but the main part of the movie is in color. And Pagemaster is the same in that the beginning is live action and the end is live action, but the whole like majority of the movie is animated. It's one of those movies where it says it's for kids, but I don't know. Yeah, it has some moments where it's like a kind of dark, but um I loved a dark kids movie. I mean, considering my literal favorite movie of all time is Labyrinth, which horrified many children. Many children were traumatized by the Labyrinth growing up. Not I. In fact, it shaped me. I was shaped by the puppets, molded by it. As an adult, I loved dark kids media. As a child, I was terrified. See, I've just always liked it. And I still like it. Like, honestly, the majority of what I consume is animation or some kind of like originally made for kids media. So many people have been making that reference. Yes, I was making a Bane reference. I've heard like 5 people make that reference recently, and now it's like stuck in my head. I am not surprised by us being similar, Renegade Darling. I do not think that is shocking. Okay, yeah, so it's drying in like a weird matte way, but honestly, that's like not that bad because that means it likely won't chip off, which is great. But we still need more wait time before I... So this is the shoe now. It's so big compared to the one that's like in the corner down here. Um, but it turns out her feet are kind of gigantic. It fits. I kind of want to trim it even a little bit more because they're supposed to be Mary Jane's. Does the puppet have a name? Yes, her name is Sunny. There is some information about her in this. I should probably pin this message actually. Because that's like kind of all of her backstory. But yeah, I'm making her little Mary Jane's. But in order to do that, I have to trim much more than I thought I would. Just because, like, there needs to be a lot of her foot showing. You know what I mean? In order for me to add the little, like, strappy bit. And have it, like, fit right. Cute. Said Sunday outfits. No, you're so fine. Honestly, even just reading the title at all, you're like worlds ahead of most chatters. And that's not to shame anybody else. That's just the truth that most people don't read the title. Okay, so then if I take this and we make it a little bit of a strap, I guess I could just tuck the strap in. That might actually be a better than like that. So let me put it on. And then basically what I would do is tuck the strap in on both sides. Oh my gosh. How cute is that? Let me put like her hand underneath it so you can kind of see it against the lighter color. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. And she's got a little heel. I'm so excited. Oh. And I wanted to make them so that I could take them off and put them back on, like if I were to maybe even make her different shoes in the future. So I'm so excited. And we're testing out, so this shoe down here is my prototype, which kind of turned into a prototype by accident. Hello, Mary, welcome in. Because I ended up just needing to switch things around a lot. So now we're taking that same prototype and we put a layer, you can see the shine. We put a layer of black paint over it because the glue sort of has like a white finish to it. So you can kind of see it on the shoe, and I didn't really like that. So I put a layer of black paint, and you can see like right here that it's mostly dry, but still a bit wet. And after it's fully dry, I want to try, oh God, I just dropped my paintbrush. I want to try this, glossy Mod Podge to see if I can give it like a glossy finish. Let me see if I can take this. Well, now there's paint on here, but that's okay. It was only a matter of time. Happy Friday! Part of me is like, do I have to cut out a new one or can I just trim off the stuff on this one? I might be able to salvage this actually. Which would be slay because it saves materials and also time. And also my patience. Because basically the only parts that will like the glue is on the inside basically, which will be good. Okay, this will be the other strap. This strap might not even be long enough. How long is this one? Oh, they're the same size. Okay, great. What's crazy about this is it needs to be so much taller than I thought. Like, these are like almost platforms, but it's just because her foot is like kind of thick. I'm big on saving materials if I can. Like I went to ship out this laptop for my old job and the guy at the UPS store was like, "Oh, we can pack it for you for like X amount of money or we can sell you a box for this amount of money," and they were not that different. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you can pack the box and I have like bubble wrap in this box because that's what got shipped to me." And he was like, "Unfortunately, I can only use UPS brand materials when packing the box for you." And I was like, okay, then just give me the box because I'm like, what? I'm not gonna do anything with this bubble wrap, so like, I want to use it to ship this. I don't want to waste this material just because of some stupid policy, which I understand why UPS would have that policy. I do, from like a liability standpoint, from a business standpoint, I completely understand it. But from like a just like, I want to use these materials to like, you know, save waste, it's a stupid policy. So I just was like, okay, then give me the box. Um the one thing about hot glue is waiting for it to cool down. Which it cools down way faster than most glue dries, but I am just equally as impatient as I would be if I was using a longer drying glue. I get proportionally impatient. If FedEx really cared about reusing, they'd just make you sign a waiver or something. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it could be figured out. Exactly. Going to FaceTime my parents when I do a little solids feed with the baby. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. I hope that it's lovely and that it's messy and cute. food before 1 is just for fun, so have fun with it. I love babies. I don't want a baby, but I think they're cute and, you know, I love supporting my friends that have babies and, you know, being able to be a safe adult for kids that need one. But yeah, I don't really want my own kids. I want babies. Spoil mine. I would gladly. Yeah, because also like I would not be worn out at the same time as you. You know what I mean? Like you might be like, "Oh my god, I can't look at this kid anymore." And I'd be like, "Let me take them, you know, I'm going to go run an errand. Why don't you, you know, yes, be back soon." I'm going to keep yapping. But you are free to go. You know, I would be like, I'll take them because I can deal with like a couple hours of chaos. I just don't want to deal with 18 years of chaos. I have thought about becoming like a CASA advocate before, which I know is like saying Kentucky Fried chicken. But basically it's like a court appointed advocate for children in like the legal system, children that don't have an advocate that is like impartial and only out looking out for the child's best interest. I have thought about becoming CASA certified before because I think that it would be, um I just again, I love children. I want to help them where I can, but my help for children is not in the birthing of such of them. Um so and you know as somebody who was once a child who was not always in the best situation, I'm acutely aware of the needs of you know troubled children. um and I would love to give back and to let them know they're not alone and that they have people that are in their courts and want them to succeed because that's so important. I feel like so much of the world is so angry these days and so like selfish in a lot of ways. Like, what am I going to get out of this? And sometimes what you get out of it is just the joy of helping somebody else. That's it. You can just be happy to help. Okay. How far up did I end up cutting? I guess I could kind of like pretty far, honestly. Somebody can be you. Okay. I think that's probably good. I think that probably matches. All right. Now I need to put this on the correct way because I'll lose it. Apparently, the local school is trying to take away February and April vacation and switch to March and get out of school earlier. Totally won't happen considering crazy snow days. Yeah. Yeah, I also read about that. And I kind of agree. I literally, even like a week before I saw that, that thing, I was like, it's kind of weird that we have a February and an April school vacation. And then all of a sudden it was like they're trying to take it away. And I was like, I guess I'm not the only one that thinks that. The kids that live in my complex were very rambunctious this past week while they were out on vacation. And I saw so many children just in general, and I was like, why are there so many children? Because I had forgotten about April school vacation. I think that also, like, it makes sense that they would want to cut it back because it's really disruptive to the like economy to have. Also, hello Dave, welcome in. um I think it's really disruptive to like the local ecosystem when you have like a whole population of parents that now have to figure out what to do with their kid for a week again, you know, versus if they got out of school a week earlier. Summer vacation and like summer camps and like summer daycares could all start up a week earlier, you know what I mean, versus like right now, um it's just like there's not a lot that people can do for just like a random week in the middle of April after already doing it for a random week in the middle of February. And so it's like, I think that that's probably where it's coming from, is less from like the student's perspective and more from like, this is really disruptive to a lot of the parents. My parents just left us at home. Well, right, but like, honestly, even though that was only like 15 years ago, um, pretty chill. Teely lights the house on fire, literally. I'm just kidding. I know that wasn't on a school vacation, but still funny, still accurate. Yeah, no, we would just get like left home too, pretty much. But still like it's a different time. People don't really leave their kids home anymore and just go to work. Like the world of latchkey kids is not the same as it used to be. That was when I was like 4. I wasn't even in school yet. Yeah. I'm so excited about these shoes. They're so much different than I thought that they were gonna be, but honestly, I still like them. And I'm excited that I didn't have to change, or I didn't have to make an entirely new base because I just trimmed off the excess glue on this one. Mini sociopath. Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe a little. But like, you know, I think you turned out okay. It's fine. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn my notifications off for this server because this person is not someone that I'm interested in their go lives anymore. Okay. This one fits too. Okay, let me put them both on her. And then let me put the straps on. Teenage days, I was on the computer all the time. So I technically would go for walks because I enjoyed it. Yeah. Hooray! I know, I think these are so cutesy. Honestly, this foot is a little bit differently shaped than the other one. But still, they look so cute. I almost feel like I could trim this one a little bit. This one's pretty good, but this foot is smaller. So I almost think like I could probably make it tighter a little bit on the top. Lives an island. This I know. Can't you see? Oh god, I touched the hot glue. Hello, welcome in. We're working on Sunny's shoes. And what that looks like. And I think that okay. I think that should fit her on this foot like a little bit better. Yeah. And then this. I think I should at least glue down one side of the strap.
You stretch good!
Hello, Malachi. Mary Janes are cute, right? Okay. How are you all? I'm doing okay. I'm excited about these shoes. I painted this black and it has sort of like a satiny finish, but I want to try out painting on some of this glue. It's not really glue, it's Mod Podge. So it's sort of like glue, but it's not. And it um oh, it's really nice of you to remember that Malachi had kind of a bad day yesterday. / this week. Um okay. I have one, I just don't want to get it out. I'm worried I'm gonna cut myself. I have too many sharp things around here anyway. Um Hello? Hello? Hi. So we're on my hotspot right now because I think my internet just went down and I don't know why. Um, but I'm gonna try and paint on this this Mod Podge. Hello. We're on my hotspot, so I'm actually surprised if if it's like working well. I would be actually amazed. Um I sure hope it does. No, like literally. Um can you guys still like hear me, see me? Okay, so there's road work happening in like our town. Yeah, but like I feel like that shouldn't be the problem. Okay, we're gonna leave this to the side to dry and see how that goes. I think they're doing a lot near my house, though. Right, yeah. It shouldn't like take down the whole town's Wi-Fi. I'm gonna try and like switch back to my regular Wi-Fi. Okay, so my internet is just down. It's just down. So we're just gonna go off of my hotspot for a while. And hope for the best. But welcome in. Um it's going so far. Never. Bryn always wants you here. That's so true. I do absolutely want you here. Always. Okay, everybody should be able to be back. That's so weird. Um Maybe I can use my iPad to monitor if it's back or not. I mean, this says that it's working, I think. I don't know why my computer's not picking it up. That's the weird part. Maybe I'll just wait like 20 minutes and then I'll try it again. I haven't used my hotspot in like ages, so I'm not that concerned about it. I don't super love how streaky this is. Can I get like an O slash if you can hear me and see me? Okay, cool. Um, I'm just trying to check if there's an outage in my area. Or like if it's something on my end. Okay. Maybe I'll put this in here and then like try and pierce where I want it to be or something. Yeah, no, we have different services. I was gonna get the same service as you, but then there was like this whole thing where like I needed somebody to like come out, and then it was winter time, so then they weren't gonna do it. But I'm probably, well, the other problem is that I have no money and no job. So switching my service right now is not really something that's super feasible. It says there is not currently an outage. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. If you lose me, I'm so sorry, but I gotta try it again. I'm back. I don't know why it's doing it, because it seems like it's working, and then but OBS just like decides that it's not connected to it. So I don't really know why. I'm gonna stop messing with it, and maybe we'll just cut stream short. So I'm not super excited about that idea, but it is what it is. How late you streaming today? Any specific time? And suddenly my spreadsheet doesn't want to count things. Oh no. Everybody's having issues right now. I was probably going to stream for at least another 2 hours, but if I'm on my hotspot, I don't want to be streaming on my hotspot for 2 more hours. I feel like that seems a little bit excessive. Yeah, I have it plugged in right now while we're doing this, but hopefully it works out though. Yeah. I don't know why it just decided it like wasn't gonna connect. Like, and I think it's an OBS issue. I think that this might be an OBS issue, but I don't know why OBS is like aggressively against my Wi-Fi all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. I plan on streaming today. I see if mine's wonky too. Yeah. I appreciate you. I just don't know why it's being weird like that. It's so strange. Yeah. I'm gonna be making the fabric, so I'll need to clean all this up. And then cut and sew strips of black and white fabric together. I'm gonna save some of these bigger chunks that seem like they don't have anything wrong with them. And then also this, which is just a sliver of magnet, which I might be able to like attach to here and to the inside so that I can have so that it can be more secure. But honestly, I don't even think I need it, but in case I want it, I'll put it over here. So yeah, let's turn this down. I don't think we need that anymore, which is great. Always excited about that. Okay. Malachi, I don't know if you're listening, but earlier I was floating the idea of making like videos, but for like they would be like an hour long, but it would be like a video of me every like 2 minutes prompting like a question or two. And then like some just like quietness, and sort of be like for streamers that have like a chat that's quiet, they could like put the video on in the background. And then it would like be me asking them questions like their chat would ask questions, and they could use that as like inspiration for like talking out loud. And I could make them for like if somebody is just chatting, or if somebody is playing a game, or somebody is like doing a craft, and then it could help people sorry, there's something on the floor. Like learn how to talk without being prompted. So I was contemplating that. I mean, it doesn't actually look that bad with this on, and it's not that tacky. I'm gonna obviously paint them first, so we'll see how they look with a coat of paint, but I actually think I will paint them now, but I need a place to put them while they're drying. I guess I could put them over here. Do I have something that's like flat that I could use as like a tray? I think I could use this. You turn my sixes to nine, frequently fly, we can deny. I don't wanna break you and I. But I think that that could be really just kind of like a interesting concept, and I think it could be fun to do. Um I'm so excited about these shoes. I feel like they really came out better than I was expecting. They came out very different than I was expecting, but seeing them on her, I feel like they're even better than I hoped. Before I had them on her, I was like, I don't know, they're kind of weirdly shaped. But to be fair, she's a puppet. She has weirdly shaped body features, and that's okay. We support her. Can visit me late at night. Wake up alone and be reminded it was a dream this. Sorry, I'm painting them like in the weirdest angle. In almost a way that seemed like I was painting them off camera on purpose. But I think it's just that I was sitting weird. But yeah, it's looking so cute. I might paint the bottoms too, but like I would need this to dry first so that I could have them like on their side. Visit me late at night. Wake up alone and you find it. How it was a dream. Oh, so cute. I know I keep saying that, but I truly believe that these shoes are so cute. Yeah, I think that would be nice. It would speak to all the streamers like you who watch 3 other people while streaming. Yes. I mean, like, yes, that that is true. And I agree. But that's the thing is I was thinking about it because I was like, honestly, like, I listen to other people and then like if they say something, I will like sometimes be like, oh, you know, a friend of mine is streaming and they just said blah, blah, blah. And that made me think of blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I think that like that is fun in concept, but sometimes it feels sort of out of place compared to like whatever you're doing. Cause like your friend is, you know, playing Assassin's Creed and jumping off buildings. And you're just like, oh, this one time when I was a kid, I had an opportunity to like be harnessed and go over a big ravine and it was really scary and I didn't do it. And I think about that sometimes. True story. But that doesn't really have anything to do with Sunny or her shoes. You know what I mean? So maybe like, and then I was thinking about how sometimes chats, you know, lurk in and they're doing stuff, but like I still need stuff to talk about. And how it would be cool if there was like a resource for that where it's like, oh, here are, you know, I would give like time for them to answer. So maybe I'd be like, oh, you know,
You stretch good.
what was your favorite craft to do as a child? And then I would wait like 2 minutes, and then I'd say, you know, like, were you ever in an art club? If you were, what was your favorite project? Or if you weren't, like, did you want to be in one? You know, like that sort of thing. And then it would give the streamer things to, like, you know, talk about that wouldn't necessarily need chat interaction, but could also prompt chat interaction, you know? So that would be my idea. Hello. Thank you for the 70 stream streak, Panty Goblin. That's so many. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hit my longest streak yet, which is 60 in Thurgood's the other day. Wait, you don't know how I, like, listen to streams and stream at the same time? I don't know. I think it's just, like, from years of being, like, in, like, Discord calls with people, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing, but then sometimes people are talking, and then I'm also, like, watching a video while somebody's talking, and then, like, sometimes we're playing D&D and somebody's talking, and I'm watching a video, and then I'm like, you know, my brain is just like that. 139 is my longest streak with a man that is on hiatus. Is it who I think that it is? Is it Maokai? It's only a partial hiatus, if that is who you're talking about. Is that not? Oh, it's Beans, yeah. Yeah. Did we ever find out if his hiatus means that he got a job? So we have shoes, and my hands are covered in paint. I wasn't throwing you under the bus. I was just saying that you're not really on a hiatus if that's who he was talking about. That you're just busy lately. Mm-hmm. You can think that I am always attacking you if you want. That's your prerogative. Streamer is always wrong is crazy. Twerks and farts. You're so silly. Okay, so the shoes are drying and the prototype is also drying. And I can move all this stuff out of the way. And I can take this and throw it away. Okay. Now let me see if I can switch my Wi-Fi back again. Hi, I'm back. It's still broken, and I don't really know why. But we're back. Or are we? Hello? Yes, she is naked. Okay. So basically, I need to measure her. Where's my little thingy? We're currently streaming from my phone hotspot because, everything is broken. So, I'm having a really super good time with it. Okay. Okay, I think I should make each piece like 20. Well, maybe I could make them all like 15, and that way I could do each piece with that. I think that might make more sense. Okay. 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 So is this 15 long? Okay, yeah. Hello. Welcome in. Oh yeah, I love, I'm a big Ben Howard fan. Okay, don't cut the tape, Bryn. Don't cut the tape. And then you. Okay. Why is this not cutting? What's happening here? Hi, welcome back. We've had so many issues. Don't you have a midriff to flaunt somewhere? Honestly, though, valid. I'm gonna take my... Ooh! Okay, or I'm gonna throw it onto the floor. Where'd it go? Yeah, I'm still gonna take it. Okay. So, let's actually just do the one at a time, because that makes sense. I wonder how wide I'm gonna want these to be. This fabric is not ironed either, so that's gonna be a mess, but you know what? I'm just gonna deal with it. It's fine. Who cares? Okay. Now, where's the tape? Okay, perfect. I can trim off the edges. And hopefully that will help. I don't want that in there. I don't know why that sometimes this happens where like I'm almost like, is the blade bent? Like it keeps like doing not a perfect cut when it used to do a perfect cut. So now I'm like, why? And then I'm like, did I break it? Maybe. Welcome back. I hope that the feeding went well. It's a meme. It's a thirst trap. I'm confused. Welcome in. Hi, Teebs. We're making my puppet, Sunny. I actually don't know if you know about my puppet. Just gonna get that off to the side. I do know about your puppet. Thank you. Yes, this is her. This is Sunny. And she has feet. She has a whole body, basically. She has freakishly large hands, as Punch so eloquently called them yesterday. Which is funny because they are that size so that they can fit my hands. So I was like, Punch, does that mean that you're implying that I have freakishly large hands? And he was like, no, I mean blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, sure. It's okay. I know he was just being silly. Honestly, he's come a long way. He used to be terrified of her. So to even just be speaking about her nicely is beneficial. Yeah, right? Didn't have to use the word freakish. Exactly. Like, what the hell? Okay. I think this is mostly a straight triangle now, which was the idea. Because basically, now I'm going to be taking these strands and I'm going to be cutting them a lot of times. I need to figure out how wide I need them. What kind of outfit are you making her? I'm making her a clown outfit. It's going to be, I actually have a sketch of it that looks horrifying, but it'll give you an idea of the concept. Is it in my doodles? It is. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of a horrifying drawing, but this is the idea. So honestly, I could kind of just like that's not gonna fit there. It's gonna slide and then fall on the floor. I don't want to do that. And then I also have this ribbon that I'm gonna sew together. Yes, we're sticking with black and white. So that's the thing, is her whole thing is that her name is Sunny, but like she's all black and white. And then Rainy is all colorful and rainbowy vibes. That's the idea. So basically what I'm going to do with this ribbon is I'm going to sew these two ribbons together, and this will be her like collar and like around her wrists and her ankles. And then underneath this will be vertical stripes of black and white. So that's the idea. Honestly, I want a collar of this ribbon, if I'm going to be so real, but that's true. I just got these at Michael's if you want to go buy these ribbons to use in your own projects. Strawberry cheesecake. Oh, I love cheesecake. I love it. So basically what I need to do is, because I don't have a black and white striped fabric, I'm making one. So I need to take this and cut it into stripes of fabric, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the black fabric that's like right here. And then we're going to sew them together, and then we're going to shape that into the pieces that they need to be. So yeah. But I think I want to fold this way. So that when I cut these strips, I don't have to cut a very large distance. I can't wear a cute ribbon collar. They don't look flattering on me. I'm gonna beg to differ. I think that if you don't think like the little tiny ribbons look good, I think that you should go bigger. Full clown collar. You'd be amazed. I don't think I've seen a person yet that doesn't look good in a clown collar. I'm basically converting everybody into a clown. I'm like a werewolf, but it's clown. Okay. I think we'll do 2 inches. I think that that'll be good, and that way I can also measure it with the board. And then also, it won't actually be 2 inches wide because I need to sew it together, so it'll actually be slightly thinner than that. It'll be more like 1.5 inches. So I think that'll work out. Where'd the thing go? Oh, it's over here. Being a man with a short neck, I do be wearing big bow ties. I used to make collars back when I also made ears. I could never wear them without... Well, I feel like that could also be your perception of yourself, not to call you out, but you're hot and the rest of us know it. I don't know if you know it. But I do think that you should give like big collars a try, because I think like that would make it look a little bit more purposeful, which I feel like can sometimes be the issue with doing something small. Like it doesn't always look like intentional. Who? You. Who's hot? You are. That's what I was talking about. You. Okay, so here's the first strand of fabric. Yay! Now I have to do this a million more times with all of this one, and then all of the black one too. And I'll just throw these off to the side. Wanted something that you couldn't understand. I think that there's like something... I don't know if I need to like... How do I undo this? This is supposed to be removable. But I don't really know how. What's all happening in here? Dang. Okay, yes, enjoy, enjoy. Yes, of course. Yeah, I don't know how long we'll be live just because of my weird internet issues. But I was hoping to um be I was hoping to at least hit 4 hours. So, I'm hoping that we still can, but I'm probably going to use a bunch of my data. Which happens sometimes. But yes, thank you for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful afternoon. Happy Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. Everybody should be glad that it's Friday. Two-inch strips of fabric. Lots of 2-inch strips of fabric. Then I'm gonna sew them together. And it's gonna be cool, I promise. If you wanted a little song. I left it way too late. Are you stuck in your own way? So please, please, tangerine, going back to me. No. Honestly, this is going better than I discovered that I have a problem with building websites for myself, finishing it, and then changing my mind and starting over again. Welcome to doing design work for yourself. It's a vicious cycle that is honestly my own personal ring of hell. Said I was like, what do you expect when you're dissatisfied with everything? Dang! That's brutal. Did she charge you for that roast? Please, tangerine. Oh, I need tangerine. Please, please. I got too many things for it. Wait, what do you mean? Okay, we're gonna cut this a little bit off because it has the seam end bit on it, but now honestly I'm pretty pleased with how this process is going. I was kind of expecting it to be kind of brutal. I do think that this rotary blade is helping a lot with this type of work. But also just generally this is going better than I thought it was going to. I appreciate though. I like the ones who call me out. Yeah. Sometimes I forget the messages, so hearing it again is good. True. I go to too many psychics. I don't remember who did what. Almost a super clean cut too. Are using a lot of pressure. It's a decent amount of pressure. And also I think that my what is it called? Blade is like dull in one spot, or like something is wrong with it in one particular spot. So that's why I have to go over some of them twice, because it like doesn't do a perfectly clean cut. But it's like not bad enough that like I have to start completely over. And it messes up the whole run. It's just like it won't cut completely through. So sometimes I have to like readjust the blade because I'm also cutting such long distances. If I actually folded this in half, I could probably even do it easier. Even though it's more fabric, it's only a very small part of the blade that's messed up. So I could possibly even make it easier by doing that, but I don't really mind. But I would definitely say that if you're sewing things, a rotary blade is super helpful. I know you might not be sewing things right now, but you know, in the future, if you get into like making clothes for your kids or something, I would recommend getting something like this. Um, my niece wants me to make her panda, just like my panda that I used for my. Oh. She told me to have it by her birthday. Is this the older one? So sassy, so bossy. Just like your sister. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it be like that. Okay, this is a good amount of strips, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, and then this one, 15, I guess. Okay. So I'm gonna have 30 total strips. That should be at least a good start. Like if I need more of the fabric, I can make more, but I think that should be honestly plenty. She's going to be 5. Wow. Oh, yeah. That's so cute. When's her birthday? They're all like around the same. They're all like summer birthdays, right? Like June or July or something. 28th this month. I don't know why, I just vaguely remember them all being around the same time. Youngest in September. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna end just because the internet thing is kind of stressing me out. Um, but I'm glad that we still got to do a lot today. We did her shoes, which was a big thing that I wanted to do. And then we also got the white strips of fabric cut. And I'm just basically gonna probably finish up cutting the black strips of fabric. And then I don't think I'm gonna like make her outfit until later, but you know, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. But I appreciate you all so much for being here. I know where we're gonna go. Um, we're gonna go over to um Katsuka, who is crocheting and co-working. So sort of like similar vibes to what we've got going on here. And yeah, I think that would be fun. Yeah, they use super sweet bot, so you can use that too while you're over there. I'm gonna start the raid. Thank you all for being here. I will see you guys Monday. I will be live at normal time Monday for co-working. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the streaks and hanging out and just generally being cool peeps and dealing with my issues. Thanks, Teeps. I hope that you have a good day. And yeah, I'll see you all Monday. And yeah, thank you so much. Wish me luck this weekend. I'm gonna try and get a lot of work done. All right. Goodbye.
You stretch good!